Hi guys, and welcome to my We're Leaving the Church video series. If you are new here, my husband and I were both active members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for 30 years and have recently decided to leave about 5 months ago to no longer associate with the church, and we no longer believe in the church. I am making these videos to document our journey through leaving. Today I want to talk a little bit about modesty. So if you have never been a Mormon or a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you might not understand all the rules that accompany being modestly dressed in the church. So the church has quite a lot of rules about modesty. So you have to wear sleeves, at least short sleeves or longer. You can't show cleavage or wear low-cut shirts. You have to wear pants above, at the knee or below, and only one ear piercing and nothing too tight or too form-fitting. And I feel like the church is taking good steps into moving modesty into respecting yourself. But when I was growing up, it was more taught like you have to be modest so you don't make the men think inappropriate thoughts about you. So when I grew up, I never wore tank tops, I never wore short shorts, I never showed cleavage, I never wore a bikini. That's another one, no bikinis, no two pieces for swimsuits. So I grew up very sheltered of my body, and I don't regret it. It was fine. It was really hard sometimes to find modest clothing, because especially if the style isn't modest, that's trending, but it was fine. I will say my mom was super particular about modesty. I know a lot of LDS girls who grew up wearing tank tops and things like that. My mom was super strict about modesty and made us very aware if she thought something wasn't modest that we were wearing. So when we decided to leave the church, I was very excited about being able to have a bigger wardrobe, or at least more wardrobe options, and having that chance to decide for myself what I felt comfortable wearing and putting on my body. Up until yesterday, I really hadn't worn anything immodest. I had worn like immodest things to bed, but not out and about in public where people can see me. Only in the privacy of my own house. So, and I do wear tank tops to exercise. I started doing that last summer when we were kind of in the questioning part of our testimonies. I'm like, why am I sweating to death wearing sleeve shirts exercising? Not gonna do it. And a lot of Mormons choose not to. A lot of Mormons choose to wear tank tops when they exercise. This is the most sporadic video. Okay, back to the story. My sister, who has also left the church, we decided to have a girls' night, which is us too, and kind of celebrate leaving the church. So we decided to get dressed up and go to dinner together and just kind of have this moment. And so we did that. And I went to TJ Maxx and Ross, because, you know, we're so rich, and looked for a dress. And I found one. And you're all going to laugh at me because it's probably the most, it's the most immodest, modest dress you've ever seen. And I'll insert some pictures as I'm talking. It just had a really wide sleeve, but for Mormon standards, that would not be a modest dress. It's too short and it doesn't have a sleeve. And so I was really excited to put on this dress and to wear it out in public. Granted, girls' night was away from where I live, so I didn't have to worry about running into anybody I know. So anyways, my sister and I got ready, and you guys, I have never felt so beautiful in my entire life. Not on my wedding day, not when we did our vow renewal, not ever, not when I did my senior pictures, not ever did I feel so beautiful. And I think part of that was just being able to kind of show off my body a little bit, and not for anybody else, but for me. I've recently lost, you know, all this weight, and I always felt like I couldn't really show it. Like I was kind of like, I'm stuck wearing these clothes that aren't like super attractive, and it sucks because I worked my butt off to gain this body that I'm really freaking proud of. And so we went out, and I was surprised how easy it was. I was really worried it would be like hard and like awkward, and I'd be self-conscious going out, like am I immodesty? But I felt so freaking confident and amazing and beautiful and sexy and attractive, and I felt like I could freaking run for president and everyone would vote for me just because I was freaking hot. Freaking hot. And I have never in my life felt that attractive. And this is probably the craziest video, but if you're an ex-Mormon and you had to do, you know, especially as a woman, and follow modesty guidelines, then you understand how freeing and amazing it feels. It was the most amazing and freeing experience. And like, I'm still smiling thinking about it. Not only did I dress immodestly, the next day I got a second ear piercing. I'm so scandalous. So like I said, when you're LDS, we are told, or you are told, to only have the one ear piercing on your lobe. That's all that's allowed. You're not allowed anything else. It was like a big announcement, and LDS women had to like remove their extra piercings, and it was like this big thing. And so I'm like, I'm gonna get another piercing because I freaking can. And so my sister and I went to the ear piercing place, well, the tattoo place, and I was so nervous. I was mostly nervous I was gonna hate it. And to be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about it still. But to be fair, it still hurts because this was this morning. I was super nervous and I sat in the chair and I did it. And it was the most unpleasant experience of my entire life. If you've ever had your cartilage pierced, especially not by a gun, because when I got my ears pierced, it was by a gun, and this was like a needle. Holy crap, it is the grossest feeling. Like, it hurts like a terrible, but that's really not even the worst part. The worst part is the feeling of the needle going through your skin. It feels so weird. But anyways, I am now the proud owner of a second ear piercing, which I'm about to show you. Would you like to see it? Okay, here we go. It's gonna be all red because it was today. I'm so scandalous! So it's just a little thing. We have the COVID virus going on right now, and so they didn't have a ton of jewelry options, but you see it? There we go. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, I kind of love it. Okay, I wasn't sure about it, but now looking in the like viewfinder, it's hot. So I am so scandalous, and it's like, it was weirder piercing my ear than dressing immodestly, because I won't always dress immodestly. Like, I'm wearing a modest shirt right now, no one would ever know, but this is a very outward sign of like not being LDS. That's gonna basically always be there. And so it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But these experiences are so freeing and so amazing, and I'm like, I'm living my best life, honestly. Like, I am just so happy and having so much fun experiencing things I've always wanted to do and never could. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this video. That was my experience wearing my very first immodest outfit out in public. That is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.